Alright, so like an idiot, I thinned out my wiring harness a bit too much. There's my pink brake reservoir on A13 of my BCM plug J1 to the body. I got the wire, so thankfully that is still intact. What isn't intact is the actual connector. Ooh, yeah, I screwed up, right? So, thought it was simple. It's not quite that simple. Thought I could go and grab one of these guys. Apparently, these fit perfectly into where the actual connector connects to the body, not where you actually need to push the pin into. So, thankfully, I had another of the same type of connector lying around with a longer length of wire that I cut out beforehand. Experimented a bit just in case I needed to actually buy another one, because gosh, those things are $75. Don't feel like doing that, so experimented around with it, pulled off the purple connector, and this is what you need to do if you actually are looking for a video that has this connector and you actually need to remove or repin this Delphi connector. Which connector it is, I'll probably put it in the video description. Right, so basically, again, I have to take this purple cap of it off, and that myself was pretty tough for me to actually get that going. Pretty much had to get both of these kind of in a haphazard way of like stabbing it together, and then with my finger on the trigger pulling the pin off, just to find out that more than likely what you can do is see these two black tabs underneath the actual clip here. What you can do, take a sharp tool or something, push down on these tabs, and that's actually the same as the tab that you see here. It's kind of hard to see if we get into the light a little bit better. So you can barely see that. But those tabs are what is holding this wire in place. Now normally what you do is get a tool like this, stick it in place, and pull up on the tab that's holding that pin in place. But that wasn't the case here, no. What I had to do, pull the whole thing apart and literally pry this guy up with a box knife. Pry that guy up, and you can see it pull like so. And just get underneath. Really, that's all you need. But in order to get there, you got to take this one off. You see that this little this little knob right there holds in place. These two guys underneath barely do anything. So what you need to do is somehow get this one underneath. See how it pulls up there? Pry it up, lift it off, pop it out. There you have it. Now you can easily take these pins out and not spend $75 on a mistake of cutting the wrong connector out of your harness. But if you're a little bit goofier than I am, because I'm left-handed, you may end up going to the hospital. So just be careful, okay? All right.